How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my filmmaking adventure vlog. This time around, I'm up on Mauna Loa at about 8,000 foot elevation. My plan tonight is to capture a twilight to dawn all-night Milky Way time lapse. I'll be going in depth into my process of using my Emotimo Spectrum ST4's keyframe functions to keep the Milky Way core in frame for 10 hours through the night. The time-lapse I'll be capturing in this vlog is part of my film High Altitude, Hawaii's Tallest Volcanoes. I grabbed the gear and headed to my pre-scouted location. I'll do another vlog at some point about planning and scouting for a shot like this. Now this was around mid-June, close to the summer solstice, when the Milky Way core rises just after sunset and sets right around sunrise. And since we're pretty close to the equator here in Hawaii, our summer nights are still long enough for this 10-hour Milky Way sequence. What I like about this spot is that looking behind me to the south, which is up the mountain, there's no roads or telephone poles or anything. It's a nice clear view. Looking to the east behind me now is looking toward Hilo, and that's where I'm going to start my time lapse, looking in that direction. So I'm going to start right at this point, and then my shot is going to actually go, it's going to tilt up and to the right, because the Milky Way is going to come up here. It's going to swing this way. So I'm going to want to tilt up with it, pan to the right, a lot to the right. Yeah, so end point is going to be somewhere in this range. So that is end point. 10 hours of moving shots, 720 frames, 40 frames ramp, and then we're going to lead out just a bunch of frames. No lead in, we're just going to start ramping into the action. And add frames, this is where it gets tricky. So I'm going to actually add 4 frames, 6 total. When you get to this screen, then basically the way I see this is you have 6 keyframes, but in between each keyframe is a space. So what I've done here is I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces in between the keyframes, which means that each space represents 2 hours of time. You already have your start point and your end point set. So what the Spectrum does is it calculates the keyframes in between. So what you can do is you can run back to your keyframes. What I'm doing is I'm going to each one and I'm just basically tilting up a lot so that the camera starts low, goes way up, and then goes back down again. Before I modify these keyframes, the camera thinks that I'm just doing a flat pan, but I need to tilt way up in order to follow the Milky Way core tonight. So, all right, so 6 is down here, 5 is up here, and 4 is way up there. In between 3 and 4 is going to be right in the middle of our shot. So I'm going to take this one, modify it, tilt it way up. Yeah, so 3 and 4 are looking way up. And then I'm going to go even higher. All the way sky. And then 4 is going to be all the way sky. 5 goes down. 6 goes way down again. So 5, 4, 3, and then I gotta set 2 still. So 2 is going to be probably here-ish, and then 1. I'm going to start with around an 80th shutter and 1600 ISO, and then I'm going to be adjusting shutter and ISO for the next hour and a half or so. until it gets completely dark, and then I can chill. So the Milky Way has come up quite a bit. It's not quite vertical, but I think it'll be vertical in like probably another hour. As soon as I go and pop a new battery in, get a battery refresh and make sure the camera's good to go for hours, then I'm probably gonna get nice and warm in my sleeping bag and take a nap here. And then it's time to get up and start adjusting the exposure for the sunrise light. These high elevation Hawaiian skies glow with such clarity, especially on a night like this one. It's a special thing when the celestial clockwork and weather patterns align for the creative mind to go to work. Good morning. So I made it through the night, and I stopped the shot and took a look at the back of the camera, and it's looking real good. I kept the Milky Way core in the frame the whole time. I think I tilted down a little too much at the end of it, but the important thing is that the Milky Way core stayed in the frame. It gave it a good, nice good motion throughout the night. It feels good to have this sunshine on me after a cold, cold night, that's for sure. Alright everyone, thank you so much for checking out my filmmaking adventure vlog and making it to the end of the video. If you liked what you've seen, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell. I really appreciate that. I've got many more vlogs in the works, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Shoots!